One Question is brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996. Gene, I just got done watching the press conference at Bowling Green with President Mazie and Bob Moosbrugger, who the Falcons obviously named as their new athletic director yesterday. And President Mazie had some really complimentary remarks about you and Turnkey Search and how the process was handled and your all's communication. I want to ask about the importance of having a really close connection and line of communication with a president or chancellor within an athletic director search, how critical that can be. And if, in this case, that allowed you guys to turn around the search in a really short amount of time.
You know, Dr. Mazie did a tremendous job in running this search. She told me early on exactly what she wanted in the next athletic director. She gave us some guidelines to go by. She told me that she would be there for us or for me whenever, I needed to have interaction with her. And she gave us a deadline that she wanted this search to be finished by this particular day. And so we got to work, and we didn't rush, but we went along and we stayed steady at it. The thing that made it so easy for me was we had a real good chemistry, Dr. Mazie and I. She made herself available all the time. She wanted updates and what was going on. I would get texts at 10 p.m., and she would say, "Any news to report today?" She would give me a call periodically. If I needed to get to her, I could, either by text or by telephone. And that's so important because as you're going along on a search, there's certain things that, you're not sure of if this is the way the president wants to go or not. And so it was easy for me because she would say yes to this or no to that. And so we could proceed and keep going in a timely manner. And so, yes, having access and having chemistry with the president makes the search so much easier on everybody and enables you to get the right candidates to the table.
How often, Gene, do presidents or chancellors with whom you're working, when you guys go in, do they already commonly have some names of their own in mind for the athletic director position?
They do. Most times, a president has been advised that somebody on the, who's working in the athletic department at the present time is interested. There might be one or two candidates there. The alums are always very helpful in giving you names. Presidents are familiar with graduates of their institution who might be working in other athletic departments across the country. The Board of Trustees often give suggestions as to this candidate or that candidate. So yes, when you go in, you're oftentimes presented a list of 4 or 5, it could be even 6 different people that the president has in mind that they would like you to screen and to find out all the information you can about them.
Obviously, Bob Moosbrugger is a BGSU alum. How much easier is it for a president to make a hire for an athletic director when they can check the box of the candidate being an alum? And equally, how much easier is it of a transition for the new AD when they are an alum?
Yeah, it's a lot easier when you can name an alum. And just in the case of Bob played baseball at Bowling Green. Bob did a little bit of coaching. He worked in the athletic department while he was at Bowling Green. And when a director of athletics is named, and that director of athletics gets up to the podium for the initial press conference, and he or she can say, "Wow, it's great to be home." I mean, that resonates with everybody, all the alums, everybody on the campus, anybody who's a fan or a friend of the institution. It just gives you some credibility coming in that sometimes as a non-graduate of the institution, you have to earn, and that takes time.
And that's today's One Question, brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996. One Question is designed to give D1 Ticker subscribers valuable insights on how executive leaders in college athletics think about key issues on their respective campuses, in their departments, or within their leagues and conferences. One Question is brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996.